Hey, good morning, everybody. Some mornings the time flies, other mornings it's crawling by. George, Larry, Merle, Ray, John, Sergio, David, Infinity, Justin Knight. Don't recognize your name, but welcome. Don, Patrick, Sledge, good morning. Francois, Craig, Ben, Arturo, Randolph, Anthony, Svinborn, Rongimer. Glad to see you, Rongimer. Maurizio, Kevin, Peter, Terrence, Tim, Laura. Good morning, everybody. If you want to chat with me like all these fine folks, just click the button to be a subscriber right over here. A few seconds later, you can chat on the live stream. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Anyway, what a day. What a day. We're down to 2 trading days left in 2023. Regular trading days, not crypto trading days. And, today, tomorrow, and then we're on to 2024. Not too bad. So Monday is a holiday. Another abbreviated trading week next week. The Santa Rally, by classic definition, lasts through Wednesday of next week. If we're going to keep going, there's some signs of cracks in the armor, if you will. And while we may drift on higher through Wednesday, we may be in for a large pullback come January. I'm very cautious here. So we did see MicroStrategy announcing that they sold $600 million worth of shares. They flipped that around and bought like $615 million worth of Bitcoin. They had done that like in November, but they announced it yesterday, creating some kind of crazy move in a lot of the miners. I mean, we saw Mara popping, and funny enough, look at this right here. Mara popped right up to that target area right there. Right there. See it right here, right in there. Right in that target area. Right there. Now we're getting a pullback, about 7% pre-market, $2. I mean, we might have to get a retrace before we go higher again. I mean, that was one heck of an exponential move up. What happens on exponential moves up? Probably exponential right back down. If booking some profit is in your game plan, you may want to do it. All right. Stick to the plan. If you're long term, if you're in this to ride it all the way out through the halving event, don't sweat it. We're probably going to pull back. You may see your accounts fluctuate. I mean, we could pull back to 20. It could be $8 more down or $9 more down. All right. 20 was that breakout. Right back down here. Could we do that? You sure as blank we can. Sure as shoot. I mean, we can come right back down there. All right. Then what happens? Well, we set up for another move, but we'll see. All right. So if the numbers are good, if you're like, whoo, that's juicy, book some profit. All right. You got an opportunity to get back in. It does get to be really difficult though to pull the trigger after you watch it pull back like that. Do you pull it? So I can't make that decision for you. For me, I'm just going to sit tight. Just sit tight, watch it. I mean, I've been in this for years. I'm going to keep being in it for years. And you got to do what's best for you and your account. All right. Just want to address that. Lots of people were super excited. I mean, I saw my family of accounts fluctuate about 60 grand to the good yesterday. I was like, whew, that was a big day. And I just kind of quietly just monitored everything yesterday. It was a good day. And we're just getting started. Remember, the halving event is the big event. This yesterday wasn't even like ETF approvals or anything. It was just MSTR, MicroStrategy, did something a month ago. It wasn't even current. So, it's just crazy how this all plays. And welcome to crypto. Anyway, uh, news I saw this morning: $46 billion, $46 billion of SPACs have filed bankruptcy in 2023. $46 billion. Look at this right here. Here's the list. We all, you may or may not be aware of WeWork filing for bankruptcy right there. Still operating. We had Lordstown Motors, AppHarvest, Pontera, Virgin Orbit, IronNet, and you can see the list all the way down through here. That's 21 of them, representing $46 billion. There are 140 more SPACs that are in bad shape heading into 2024. As I said, this is not the environment where you can borrow crap tons of money because money is expensive. People are looking for a return on that investment bucks, but that's $46 billion worth of investment money that just went poof, just gone. So be careful. Be careful. Yeah, Lordstown who? Yeah, exactly. Lordstown out of business. Not gonna sell any cars. Anyway, so there's something like, I think there's 28 EV related that aren't going to be able to survive 2024 without cash injection. I mean, they're not doing sales that are going to save their butt. So we may see some big shakeup in batteries and EV production, mergers, acquisitions, maybe just straight up bankruptcies. So there's a reckoning coming in, and it's partly on the back of all this high interest rate stuff. Like I said, like I was talking about yesterday, we haven't paid the piper for high interest rates yet. It's a coming. It's a coming. You can see these billions of dollars here. I mean, that's some ridiculous money. Like Boxed, Agile Thought, like billions of dollars here. Amazing. And they're gone. Poof, bankrupt. So we'll see what happens. But this is one of those things to keep aware of. Is one of these straws the magic straw that breaks something worse that we can't just fix? Can't just put a Band-Aid on? It was a seemingly Bear Stearns was a seemingly nothing burger, but then it took the whole thing down, and then we saw the whole great financial crisis just keep coming. So be careful out there. It's not about it's not about being wrong. It's about staying wrong. And a lot of these charts, for the ones that were public, went down in a blaze of glory. And being SPACs, most of them were at least somewhat public. So anyway, throwing that out there as a warning that it's not all roses and sunshine this morning, even though crypto was rocking it yesterday. I mean, it was a crazy crypto day. So Mara, definitely in the danger zone for a pullback here. All right. Don't say I didn't warn you. Book your profits. You can reload. I mean, that could be a 35% pullback. That's pretty classic. All right. If you can't stand that, I mean, yesterday was so nuts. I was able to I had $35 calls sold against Mara for January. I was able to roll those to $40 calls for February and still get paid $1. So up 5 strikes out a month and still get paid $1. That was ridiculous premium. I was like, what the fudge? Anyway, so, I mean, ultimately that may be a horrible decision if this thing pops to 120, but hey, that was some really nice premium available, right? It was just ridiculous. Hey, Kimberly's here. Hope you're feeling a little better, babe. She's definitely got the flu, so not feeling great. So, all right. Yeah, that's right, Ray. The SPACs are not the stocks you're looking for. So moving on. Anyway, yeah, I should hit the thing here. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. All right. I'm not telling you to do anything. I may never get another prediction right again, although I've been pretty on top of crypto so far. We'll see how this keeps unfolding. Past performance, not necessarily indicative of future results. Just because I got it right in the past, I mean, I may never get another prediction right again. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, and entertaining. It's not a recommendation to buy or sell anything. All right. Don't buy stocks. Don't buy options. Don't buy cryptos. Don't buy Forex. Don't buy futures. Don't buy bonds. Don't sell them. Don't long them. Don't short them. Don't do that stuff. Don't trade. It's a substantial risk of loss. All right. And if you desire personal financial advice, you're like, hey, JT's my advisor. Gosh, no, I'm not giving you advice. You got to hire and consult a financial advisor. That's not me. All right. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just taking it along for the ride. Calling it like I see it. So, yeah, I can't, another problem for me, there is no way I'm booking anything right now. I mean, the last couple days here, I can't book that profit and take and pay tax on it. I got to wait till next year. So I'm just going to sit on it and wait and see what happens. Plus, we get that ETF event coming up. This could just be a little hiccup, and then we could go turbo nuclear explosion higher as those spot ETFs get approved. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to. I mean, we could just see an epic sell the news. I've talked about that. So Bitcoin could just be an epic sell the news on that. And then we wait for the halving event coming up in 113 days. So here you go. Here you go. S&P is just hovering. Everybody hovering. Just hovering. We are just ever so shy of making an all-time high. It would not surprise me one bit if between now and next Wednesday we popped an all-time high and then pulled back, I don't know, 15%. Wouldn't really surprise me. We could pop that sucker right up there. Make that 48. I think we need 48, 18, and 50 or something like that to make an all-time high. We do that, and then could be at least 5%. I mean, we could be on down. I mean, we could see 10%, 11% come right back down to that trend line. That'd be pretty wicked. Could be 15% right back down to the low we saw in October. That'd be rough, wouldn't it? That's all possible. 15% up, 15% right back down. All right. All potential, all possible. Don't get complacent here. All right. Sounds like we just got a delivery. All right. S5FI is still overcooked. We don't hang out here. I mean, we don't hang out up here for very long before we go cruising back down. So it's not all roses and champagne kisses. All right. The market's going to pull back. Be prepared. Have a plan. All right. My plan is to watch this baby right here. When we get that 15 to 20% pullback, loading it up. Look at that. We got that dip and we shot right back up. Almost tagging that extension. I mean, look how beautifully classic that is. Hung out right there at the 1272, popped the 1618, retraced. Could it go higher? It could. It could. Yeah, my computer rebooted yesterday afternoon, and Mike didn't restart. Is why there's no mic alert. So we can look at that real quick though. IWM. It's not difficult to figure out. I'm going to say that based on the overnight action, there is no trade. It's not difficult to figure out. That right there, overlap that right there, and there's no trade. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Anyway. Yeah. So S&P, not much left to go. 30 points. Can we pop it? Not far to go. NQ. Look at that. A little bit rough there. So I got an alert this morning. And Apple, when you look at the daily payday cycle here, this thing's rolling over a little bit. We're getting a little pop this morning, but rolling over, indicating that we may start a downtrend. So watch for this thing. Could get a retrace here. Hold the 618 right in this zone. Could hold in that zone and go on a downtrend. Could line up with the market topping out. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Do we stop here or do we pull on back even further? So I may actually add a short base position, put base position. So we'll see what happens there. Russell, everything feeling kind of toppy. It really is. Hitting the resistance. Nothing really to talk about. Oil pulling back still. Need to hold that zone. If we break down below those lows, golly, man, come on, get your act together. See this consolidation right here before we popped? We need to hold that and turn positive. Otherwise, we're going down one more time. It's just kind of the way it works. GC. Kind of glad I didn't get long on that one yesterday. Pulling back today. See where that one goes. Bitcoin, just churning the top here. Couldn't really break back out of the channel. Still kind of expect, since we're in the channel, I still kind of expect a dip down to at least 41. Go tag the bottom of that channel. Riding up these lows. If we get below that though, could be in for a bigger, deeper retrace. And if that's the sell the news on the ETFs, could come back to 33. Just giving you the prediction here. I think we could go thermonuclear crazy wicked pop on ETF approval, but it also could be sell the news and we see an outsized retrace here. So yeah, tax selling is basically over. If you needed settled money, you had to do that by yesterday. That doesn't mean that some dum-dums don't understand how it works and they're trying to sell today. But tax harvesting, basically over yesterday. Ethereum, look at that, baby. Popping right up, tagging the 25. Hey, I mean, sometimes I get lucky. Was looking for 25 for a while. And now what? Now what? Well, probably looking for a bigger, deeper retrace. I mean, we could get a little more squeak out of the top, but kind of tag that 25 zone. And we may need a retrace before we can go higher. 34 is on up there as a target. But that may be it for Ethereum right now. Dollar Continuing to push on down to those lows from the summer back here in July. Just going to work its way down, work its way down. Could the dollar drop and the market drop? Yeah, that'd be weird, wouldn't it? But it could. Hey, morning from Houston. I got a friend in Houston. I got a few friends in Houston. Jay, look at that crazy ticker. So that looks ridiculous. Medical specialty. Gen Medical International. Ridiculous. Ridiculous pop. Ridiculous right back down. That looks like crazy, stupid. Don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with that. Not the kind of stuff I chase after. That is not. That kind of pop is usually followed by a return back to the pre-pop area, right around 30, which means 100 bucks is going to go poof. I got 74% of the value gone. And I'd be careful. That's med tech, biotech, dangerous tech. CING. Look at that. Had a little pop yesterday, bigger pop today, right up to the roadmap line. Still bearish. Ugh. Reverse splits. Loses tons of money. So this is just a hype train. It shows you people doing irrational stuff on biotech pharma. Yeah, be careful. Be freaking careful. I would not chase that with your money. I mean, it could pop up, could do something up in here, and then right back down near zero. I mean, just a couple days ago, it was $1.84. Now it's at $10. You can go right back down to $1. SQM. That's just not the stuff I chase. SQM. That one's potentially breaking out, but watch out. We did this before. We did it before. It's going to lead to a lower low. And look how simple this is. Right there. Market roadmap bounce. Extension 1618. Market roadmap bounce again. It's just the same pattern I look for going up. It's just upside down. Could go down to 33. And your targets are 41 and 34. It'd be conservative targets on the upside when you're going down. Once we break through that 618 level, back below 51, watch out. Now, could it do something more bullish? Yeah, but we're going to have to see this. It's going to have to make a high higher than this high over here. Going to have to get higher than that. And we're going to have to retrace, hold higher low, and turn up again. Then that'd be interesting. At this point, no. It's probably going to chop in this zone, be dangerous. And, I mean, maybe there's something else going on, but say, oh, chemical specialties, there's like shortage and these guys have got something going on. But look, it's been sideways for, look, 21, November 21. So 2 years. Going absolutely nowhere. Took a diversion up, took a diversion down. What makes you want to get involved in something like that? Why now? There's nothing on the chart that tells me this is the opportunity right here. FNGU still being ridiculous. 255. That was the target. We may push up and tag it, and then watch out. I could get one little push up and then retrace. 222 NVFY Home Furnishings. Nova Lifestyle. We've done this crazy pop before, and we've gone lower. Went lower, It's giving it up already. Probably going lower. Had a reverse split. 5 for 1 in there. Yeah, don't mess with that crap. Baidu, if we can break above that roadmap line area, get back above 130, we can look higher in Baidu. I am long Baidu. And just kind of waiting. APLS. Choppy, gnarly. Still got that gap down resistance. You can tell it's kind of uninteresting when biotech just dominates the list. Like lit. That's interesting. Remember what I said. Bunch of EV stuff. Not going to make it. This may come up to the roadmap line. Still kind of bearish. Still kind of bearish. PDD. Yeah, smash the like button if I... Smash that like button if anything I said is beneficial. So. PDDDD. Just kind of consolidating here. And after that run up, that looks like it wants to retrace. Could we just consolidate for a while and then go on another extension? Yeah. Could it just could it just go sideways for a while until such time as the roadmap line catches up? Yeah, could. NTES. Kind of still. That would be way better if we get one more spike down. Actually, I'm going to put alert right here. Now, the pattern could be complete here. Move it up to 80. I would feel way better if this thing would tag just a little lower. Then this might be interesting because look at that. Like, that's an uptrend. You go back a little further, it's kind of sideways choppy, but it flushed out. It made this big flush and it made a reversal. And it's moved up and did the retrace. I would like it if it went a little bit deeper. Then we turn back up, broke above that roadmap line. That'll get spicy because we could go up to here. So key difference in some of these patterns. That had a big flush out. 1, 2, 3, big flush right there. Now move up and another flush. That's the kind of stuff that can be powerful to the upside. ALB, still working on coming up to the roadmap line. I don't know if it's going to make it. May stall out and go lower low. CWB, China Internet Bulls is not looking very bullish. That's still a downtrend. Still may extend lower. Yeah, consolidation. Let's see. I was going to say Baba. I was going to look at Baba. Baba's on the list right there. And looks pretty rough. Got rid of Jack Ma, and after that, Baba hadn't been the same. Sometimes the visionary makes the company. And FUTU. Just churning. Nothing. Might go lower if anything else. ADU. Still expecting that to come on down to the roadmap line. Made a good first move. May retrace a bit and then get the next move down. LI. Just sideways chop. Already talked about Baba. MSTR. Look at that ridiculous move. Like I said, they were announcing yesterday that they sold $600 million in shares. Flip that around. Actually, so instead of it being dilution, if you look at it, shares available, public shares available, it was dilution. But if you look at it in terms of Bitcoin per share, they actually flipped it around and made it a positive thing. You actually have more Bitcoin per share available through that last transaction. So these guys are almost valuing their shares in Bitcoins. It's kind of interesting when you look at the math on that. So adjust price target to 791 from 670. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, here's the $615 million in holding $8 billion in Bitcoin. They purchased 14,620, average price of 42,000, paying about 615 million, and presently owns 189,150 Bitcoins. Purchased for about $5 billion, currently worth $8 billion. But it's not without red flags. Michael Saylor, chairman of the firm, has piled $2.5 billion in company debt to pay for that Bitcoin. Fortunately, the year's been good for Bitcoin. So, but if you look at it, if you take the shares divided by the Bitcoins, shares per Bitcoin, or Bitcoin per shares, whatever, you actually came out about, I think it was a quarter point to the good on that dilution deal. So it was actually kind of a smart deal, I guess, if you expect Bitcoin to go higher, which I don't know why you wouldn't. So anyway, that's kind of the stuff I keep up with. We are definitely tagging that 272 area. The higher this goes, the more likely we are to pull back, but we may be headed right back to the all-time high, right around 800. Well, intermediate high, all-time high, all the way up here at 1300. Excuse me, misspeaking. Intermediate highs right there. So we spiked back in February of 21, way before Bitcoin spiked. Then we had these intermediate spikes where Bitcoin topped, and then Bitcoin topped again, and that was the down. So be interesting if we make it to that level right there without Bitcoin being back at all-time high. Although that looks a lot like Bitcoin ratio right there. When you look back up at when you look at the ratio to the high to there, similar to the way MSTR is if you added another big spike over here for MSTR in February. Interesting. Coin was along for the ride yesterday and getting a little pullback today, down about 2%. I mean, what do you expect? Profit taking, baby. NGE. Ooh, ouch. Guess Nigeria not doing too good. Yeah, all those Nigerian princes need to give the ETF some money. Looks like that one. Yeah, right down to almost $5. Be the target. Mara, like I said, getting a little pullback. Wouldn't surprise me to come back to 20 after that crazy move right up to head and shoulders target. CYTK. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. Insiders selling shares, and it's going ridiculously higher. That's just ridiculous. And nothing to do there. BKCH, look at that crazy thing. Global X Blockchain ETF. Yeah, looks like 61, maybe 72. Some upside targets there. Then we'll probably pull back. Hold above this over here. And go for another move. BITQ was hitting targets yesterday. Could go a little higher. BTBT was going nuts yesterday. I mean, look at that, baby. Still holding up today. We didn't get to the target. We got 550, 650. If it gets really spicy, we could head on up to 30. You may be like, JT, there's no way. 30? Look what it did before, though. Look at that. It went from $5 all the way up to $35 or $32. Right there in like 7 days. You don't think it can do it again? If it does, book that freaking profit. But all right, these are not quite the same as, you know, when you have hype catalyst. These are not quite the same as like GME, where there's no rhyme, no reason. This is hyping on Bitcoin. These guys mine Bitcoin. So watch out. Same with Mara, same with Riot, same with all the things. All right. Riot did not break out yesterday. This is a big cautionary tale right here. Something going on here. Same with Hut. Not breaking out. These are your laggers right here. Laggards. So something going on. Anyway. Not all roses, you know, like I said, not all champagne kisses and roses here in the crypto space. There's some definite laggards. And this is not the case where you bet on the horse that's not performing, all right? Mara got their crap together. You can see it in the chart. And BTBT, that was another pick of mine. Breaking out. All right. There's reasons I picked the ones I picked. You know, BITQ, I picked that one too. It is not that's an Innovators ETF. That was rocking higher. So watch out, all right? Something that's not been really moving, although we did make a higher high. Look at that. Popped that higher high yesterday. Not really breaking out though. So crypto related, but it's got some stuff to work through. Lots of resistance. All right. Bias for the day. I still think we're about to pop that higher high. Watch out though. If we pop a higher high in the S&P 500, that could be it. That could be over. Game over. All right. It's not going to be a breakout situation, I don't think. I'd probably give it like, I think I'm sitting at like 75% odds that it's going to be a pop and drop. Maybe 25% odds that it's a breakout. So be careful out there. The account you save may be your own. I'm going to wrap this up. If you want to come and hang out with me, remember, give me a like if anything I said was awesome today. You liked any of the content, interact with the video, share with a friend. And if you want to join me, I'll be in Discord. The link is in the description. You hit the more button, expand it down. It's like $5. And I'll see you later. Bye for now, everybody. Thank you to my 124 friends that came and hung out. And if you're watching this later, you'll have to leave a comment down below.